Alright guys, welcome back to the stream and the channel. You talk about a player that you have a soft spot for. John Starks is definitely one of those players. Like, as a Knicks fan growing up, he was the very definition of like a hometown hero. This dude was bagging groceries before he was in the NBA. He played in the minor leagues, and then he showed up for us and went toe-to-toe with Michael Jordan when the whole league was afraid of Michael Jordan. So I'm always gonna love John Starks. Just a huge fan of the guy, and so I hope the card is good. But there is no bias here. While he will 100% make my Knicks team on my other account, we gonna find out if he would make any of my real teams on this account. So already good hot spots as a catch and shoot player, because catch and shoot players don't tend to catch the ball right here. This is more of a point guard spot or a pick and fade spot. Catch and shoot is usually going to happen here. So that's a good look already with the hot spots. So he has 86 ball control. Let's first look at his handles. That's pretty quick. Hey, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Alright, so I see the lack of quick first step in his double cross a little bit. Because you guys saw it when I did that with Markel Fultz. That's not bad though. That is not bad at all. Yeah, nice dunk animations too. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, what do we have here, guys? What's going on? What's going on? Did you see? You saw what I picked him up for in the last video, right? What was it, like 3K, something like that? See, now people they talk about cards not having quick first step, but I'm telling you right now, if you playing somebody and you snatch back on the fools and you go behind the back, you will not know the difference between him having quick first step and him not having quick first step. That's gonna work just as well as anything else. Like, I tell you what, if I was playing a card like a Kirilenko, or I think Giannis has it, like other cards that had floor general, I would run this John Starks card at point guard. He has enough of a handle and enough defense that I would definitely run him at point guard. Let's look at his shot release. Yeah, his shot's really easy to see. It's funny. So in the last video about Bargnani, somebody in the chat asked me about how do I find cues for shot releases, and we just discussed when guys have the ball in front of their face. And this guy, as you can see, you just saw several greens. This guy's shot, once you get his shot, it's going to be greens all day, because it's very easy to see the ball in front of his face. So he's actually going to be easy, like, to see his release from basically everywhere, because the ball's out in front. His body's not hiding his release at all. The shot meter isn't even hiding his release. So this guy's release is just straight butter. This is an in-depth video, so we're looking at animations first, guys. You know, animations above everything else. You can look at the stats on any old website. But this is when you get your hands on a card and you actually try to use the card. That's when you know whether the card is good or not. And I'm gonna go ahead and say that this is one of the best budget amethyst cards in the game already, because he's got, I mean, he basically has everything in terms of shooting, defense, handles, dunks. Like, so many cards are giving up one of those things. So we'll get into what he is giving up shortly, but to get a quick overview of his animations, most of them are very, very good. You can see he has a very quick behind the back dribble. People think quick first step is the be all and end all, and I'm not saying it's not an important badge. I would never say that. But in my team, the way the cards are built, it's not always an indicator of whether the card is actually going to have a quick first step, because his behind the back dribble is faster than a lot of cards who do have quick first step. So his behind the back is good. His momentum is okay, not the best. His double cross momentum is good. He has really good hop step dunks, really good hop step dunks, which the Chicago Bulls know all about. So yeah, I mean this card is already, I'm gonna say for the price, he's a definite W. If you're building a team, get this card without hesitation. This card I would even say is better for you than the Fultz or the DSJ because this card can defend. You know, those cards only play one side of the ball. This card is going to play both sides of the ball. All right, well, I'm having too much fun dribbling around with him, so we're going to knock that off and take a little deeper dive into what he's bringing to the table. All right. So this is what a lot of people are looking at, that he only has one finishing badge, right? A lot of people are, oh no, he has one finishing badge. He's not going to finish. Listen, all right. Will he go on your all-time Knicks lineup, John Starks? In my team, I'm not sure because J.R. Smith is always cheesy in my team. But yeah, I remember when John Starks was the Golden State Warrior, Jason. I was thinking about that. I was like, they better not have him in a Warriors jersey. I'm going to pitch a fit. My personal all-time Knicks line. No, I can't put John Starks there. We've just had too many. Shooting guard hasn't been our strongest position, but I still can't put him there. Even my heart list, yes. Like if it's about my heart, then yeah. But if it's about who I really think is on the all-time, then obviously not. And even in this game, it's the J.R. Smith. Even though personally I would never take J.R. Smith over John Starks, in my team, J.R. Smith is always going to be better than John Starks. So he only has the one finishing badge. It's a really good finishing badge, relentless finisher. But he doesn't have a lot of the other badges. It's not that big of a deal. It's not going to affect your hop step, man. You're going to still hop step dunk on people. Like, just hop step dunk on them. Like, you know what game we playing. You know what we say on this channel. You chose to play 2K. And this is a you chose to play 2K character. You know, okay, so I don't have those badges. I'm going to tap square and I'm going to dunk on you. It doesn't matter what badges I have. It's not, don't believe that he's not going to dunk on people with his ratings. But we're going to get into his ratings in a moment. Shooting badges. So this is really important. So obviously he has quick draw. He does have gold range extender. Oh my God. This is one of the better cards in the game, guys. This is one of the better cards in the game. I would play this card. I would definitely play this card. Yeah. No, this guy's a beast. He's a beast. So he's got Hall of Fame catch and shoot, Hall of Fame green machine, and with his release, you're gonna get a lot out of both of these. Hall of Fame clutch shoot. I mean, a gold clutch, gold corner, gold difficult, flexible release, which he doesn't need because his release is really good. You're not going to have a lot of earlies and lates on this guy. Quick draw, gold range extender. That's insane. This, I might elevate John to the best budget point guard in the game. And he's better than several diamonds. I would take this card over your Steve Francis's, your Steph Curry's. This card is a monster. This card is a monster. You see with the coach boost, his ratings are 93. This card is ridiculous. Yeah, he can play PG, guys. Justin Sloan. He can play PG. Let's make that very, very clear. I might retitle this video, Best Budget Point Guard. Fight me. Now, I don't love that he only has Bronze Dimer and he doesn't have Floor General. And you can see, so I can tell you this, as a person who's been playing point guard for the last 3 years in Rec Center and Pro-Am in the park, this year, the playmaking badges are at an all-time low. The best playmaking badges are quick first step, and then basically every other, and your tight handles is in there, and then every other playmaking badge has to do with passing, right? You're talking about floor general, you're talking about dimer, you're talking about needle threader, like all that ankle breaker, space creator, those badges are trash. So him not having those badges is nothing. Yes, it's a little bit of a bummer that he doesn't have floor general. Play somebody else who has floor general, right? And the dimer, would I rather it be Hall of Fame? Absolutely. But for what you're getting offensively and defensively, we're going to get to the defense in a second, it's a worthy sacrifice. It's not going to affect most of your gameplay, and I would imagine this card is probably a bona fide monster in triple threat. Bona fide monster. Okay, so let's go to these badges. Hall of Fame pick dodger, huge badge. Gold clamps, gold defensive leader, gold interceptor, gold intimidator, huge badge. This is so big. Gold pickpocket, pretty good. And tireless defender, also a huge badge. This card is a W, guys. This card is a W. So let's look at these ratings up close. Look at that 3-point shot. This card is ridiculous. This card is ridiculous. This card is definitely 100% making my lineup. He might start. I'm not even kidding. You know, the only thing I genuinely don't, the two things I don't like about this card is his the fact that he doesn't have like the best teammate playmaking badges, and he doesn't have he doesn't have floor general and dimer at a high level, and he doesn't have the greatest speed. His speed's at 87, which is Oscar Robertson, by the way, right? So, you know, it's while his speed could be way better, it's not like there aren't good point guards that don't have speed that's like this. Like, this is your Lonzo Ball, Oscar Robertson territory. It's fine. His lateral quickness is a 92. Like, aside from the speed issue, you throw a speed shoe on this guy, and he is legitimately better than several pink diamonds in the game, most diamonds in the game. This guy is a monster. He's literally giving you range extender, clamps, dunking, handles, difficult shots. Let's look at his leaner. Let's look at his fades and stuff. He's got the straight up fade. That's fine. The bonus to these is that oh no, he's got the leaner. He's got the full on fade. He got the old school 90s fade. All right, I see you, John. And you see, I'm releasing these bad and he's hitting them. That's a good sign. No hot zones in those areas, so that's a little bit of a bummer. Did he have hot zone hunter? I don't think he had hot zone hunter, which is not super important for him because he doesn't have a lot of hot zones, but it's just good to know. Nah, no hot zone hunter. It's fine. But guys, this card is excellent. The fact that this card is this cheap, I would say this card is the #1 card out of the collection to get right now while he's super cheap. People don't know what's happening right here. Like, they don't realize they put out a 6'3" point guard at the Amethyst level with clamps, gold range extender, an excellent shot release, mostly good ball handle animations, excellent dunking. Like, they talk about contact, he doesn't have contact finisher. To hell with contact finisher. It's not that important of a badge, guys. Like, it really is, like, it's fine. Unless your game plan is to consistently dunk on people, which is not a thing in 2K, it more matters the dunk animations. Where he starts his dunks from is more important than him not having contact finisher. Like, that's not going to be the make or break thing for you with this card. Now, it's worth noting that he doesn't have acrobat and slithery and fancy footwork. So he's not going to be as good at these layups and stuff as like Lucius Allen, but you see he has an excellent animation. That makes a difference that he has an excellent animation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's why we do these breakdowns, guys, because you look at those badges and you go, oh no, he's not going to be able to do those things. When you come and see these animations and you're like, oh, wait a minute. What is that? He has like James Harden style animations. Like, this card is a beast. You heard it here first from this channel. This card is the best budget point guard in the game. Hands down. You guys know how much I love Markelle Fultz and now, what do you call it? Dennis Smith Jr. And even though he doesn't play point guard, Norman Powell, this is the best. He's the best of that group. And he's, for my money, in terms of all-around guard, he's a second-tier guard. He's a second-tier guard behind your Baron Davises and Derrick Rose, in my opinion. Yeah, this guy's amazing, especially if you know how to play, right? Like, if you want the card to play for you, maybe he won't have some of the passives that some of those cards have, but the actives, his handles, his shot release, his dunk animations, that stuff's all top tier. The only thing keeping him from actually being top tier is the lack of floor general, the only having bronze dimer, and the speed. He's an 87 speed, and I would prefer him to be, at least a 92. But I will put a shoe on this character and run him. I'm gonna tell y'all that straight up. Yeah, he's the best budget guard in the game, easily. And you guys know I've been singing the praises of Markelle Fultz when, not too many people was talking about how good that card was, and I've been over here like, nah, that card's ridiculous. But this is basically Markelle Fultz with clamps. He just doesn't have the playmaking badges and is a little slower. But he's not so slow that, like, you know, it's a big deal. Look at that hop step. He's got silly animations, guys. So get this guy. And he's also he's just dirt cheap. When you say budget card, usually be talking about, you know, maybe they'll be 10K or 15K or something. This guy's, I picked him up for, I think, 3K or less. Like, this card is practically free. You can buy this card off of one domination game and possibly have the best point guard in your lineup. So yeah, John Starks is a big old W. Just to review the positives, excellent dunking animations, excellent shot form, mostly good dribble animations, good dunk ratings, gold range extender, gold clamps, gold quick draw, a bunch of other like really good shooting badges, a bunch of Hall of Fame defensive badges, Intimidator, 6'3", he's a good size 6'3", he's not, you know, super miniature. Some cards are listed as 6'3", but they look really small on screen. He's a legit 6'3". Yeah, this is a good card all around. His negatives, he's a little slow, and he doesn't have floor general. And his dimer is only bronze. That's it. All the bit about quick first step, I don't even count that. Like, get that quick first step stuff away from me, because, look, if you're going out of his size ups, it's not super fast, right? You don't feel it out of his size ups. So just don't use that, right? Like, you can't come out of the size up with him like you would with Russell Westbrook. If I do this with Westbrook is like a bat out of hell. Whereas John Starks, if you do this, he's pretty slow. But he's not slow when you do that. And he's not slow when you do that. So just do what he's good at. Just do what he's good at. It's that simple. The one other negative I would say to this card, to warn you guys about, his hesitation is horrible. I've done it a few times. I haven't highlighted it yet. His hesitation is actually like F tier. It's like a F tier hezi. It's a really bad hezi. Now, if I was looking to shoot with him coming around the perimeter, what I would do instead of the hezi is come between the legs or go behind the back. You know, if you're looking to stop for the shot, his behind the back is excellent. His behind the back off of this is excellent, because that's what you're doing with the hezi, is you're saying you're threatening to shoot, right? So with him, if you need to stop coming off of a pick, coming around the perimeter, just go behind the back. Again, if a card has an ability to play around it, then who cares? You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you're doing this, come around behind the back, and then you can cross over out of that. His crossover is really fast. This card is excellent. Best budget card in the game. I'm actually probably going to retitle this video to Best Budget Guard, exclamation points. Because this guy's wild. They finally did it. They gave us a non-pink diamond range extender, clamps, point guard with handles and dunking. This is the first card like this. The first card of his kind. He's a one-of-a-kind card, to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, guys, let me know. But I don't think there's any other guard in this game that's not a pink diamond or better that has gold clamps, gold range extender, gold quick draw, a 90 dunk, a 86 ball control. He's the only one, and a good release. He's the only one, guys. He's literally in a class by himself. Everybody else is making a sacrifice either on dunking or on shooting or defense. And I mean, at this point in the game, you can't make the sacrifice on defense. Like I always say about those really good budget cards that they're budget cards. Books. Quick tip on how to get through the kid triple double challenge. Actually, yes. When you go into your lineup, run the shortest and worst possible power forwards at power forward and center. The smallest, worst rebounders, like bronze card. Buy a bronze card if you have to, because it makes it much easier that they won't grab the rebounds, and just hover around the rebounds, you know, and get the rebounds. You should be able to do it. I'll be honest, it was definitely a little bit frustrating for me to do the triple double challenge, because it, you know, there were like 2 games that I had 9 rebounds. Some people do the steals. I'm personally just not super great at the steals thing yet, to the point where I can get 10, like guaranteed. I've gotten 5 1/4, and then gotten 3 or 4 the rest of the game. And the problem I personally have with steals is that steals lower your stamina, which makes you worse at everything else. Whereas going for rebounds doesn't lower your stamina. Every time you press the steal button, you lose stamina. So if you spam steals, it will take away from your ability to do everything else. Whereas with the rebounds, you just need a good stretch. Like there's actually times you can get 2 and 3 rebounds in one play, and that'll help you a lot. So that's what I would do: is don't run any, rubies or even emeralds at center. Like find yourself a 6'7", 6'9" power forward in center, or even a 6'4" with bad rebounding stats, and then hover around the boards, and those guys won't steal rebounds from you. Yeah. Don't run Kareem or Kenyon Martin, or like I've literally had Kenyon Martin jump from the 3-point line and steal a rebound from me. Like you don't need those kind of problems when you're trying to do that triple double challenge. But alright guys, that wraps up the John Starks overview. If you have any questions, send them now. But yeah, best budget guard in the game. This guy's a monster. I will use him in my main lineup 100% until I get a truly elite, Derrick Rose style point guard. I could buy Rose now, but I think Rose is going to get outclassed soon, and I don't want to buy Rose just before he, goes down to a 100,000 MT because they released LeBron or whatever. That was just basically it for me. I'm saving for LeBron. Like when LeBron comes out, I don't care if he's 500,000 MT. I'm getting that LeBron day one, and then my team is complete. But until then, I have no problem making the very, very minor sacrifice of running John Starks, the official best budget guard in the game. To get around the quick first step thing is basically 2 things: play the momentum dribble, use the behind the back and the crossover out of it, and use the momentum behind the back. That's it. And you don't have to worry about him not having quick first step. If you try to burst out of his size ups, you'll feel the lack of quick first step. He doesn't have that extra dimension, but who cares? Just do that. Whatever. It's fine. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this breakdown. Good luck on getting those John Stark cards for cheap, because he's definitely easily worth the MT. To be honest with you, this card should probably be like 20k MT. This card's going to be out there killing people. Clamps, range extender, 86 ball control, 90 dunk, quick draw. This card should definitely be worth way more than the 3k MT he's going for right now. He's going for 3k MT because he's one of the lowest rated cards in the pack, and everybody is like hyped over Porzingis and Kirilenko and Clyde. But I'm telling you right now, this card is, I'm gonna say this card is probably at worst the 3rd best card in the set, behind Clyde and Porzingis. He's definitely much more equipped to run in a main squad than Kirilenko is. A small forward who's not gonna dunk. Like as soon as Kirilenko gets a little bit tired, he's literally gonna stop dunking entirely. And if your opponent's running Giannis or Kenyon Martin or Pascal Siakam, that whatever slow layup animation he comes up with is getting pitched into the stands. And my boy Spack is telling me that he has a really good shot, so he's probably like somewhat playable. But John Starks is legit. Like this card is legit. The only thing I say about this card is just get floor general from somebody else. Aside from that, yeah, this guy's great. And now I'm just having fun. He missed a layup. Are you kidding me? You kidding me right now? I just sang your praises, bro. Don't embarrass me in front of my friends. Oof. Alright, let me shut down the stream. But yeah, oof, what a big W this card is.